My name is Brianna. Welcome to the video extension of Virtual Style Mania, where you can find behind the scenes footage, real discussions on various topics, as well as interviews and collaborations with people from all walks of life living their best lives out loud. There are many reasons to love February. It's Black History Month, my birthday month, the month of love, Valentine's Day. I think some people get really excited about Valentine's Day, those that are booed up in particular. Then there's those of us who are single that may call it a Hallmark holiday. Cupid isn't real anyway. Then there's those that have learned to embrace the holiday and celebrate themselves and others regardless of their relationship status. And that brings us to today's topic: self-love, God's love, and singleness. To be honest, I was a little on the fence about creating a video on singleness, love, dating, and relationships because it can seem like an overly saturated subject, an idolized subject. Even now, I was wondering, God, did you want me to create this video? I know that love, marriage, and relationships is a godly desire. Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. God said that it was not good for a man to be alone, so he created a helpmeet. I can say that I, too, desire love and marriage. I wrote down a list of what I would want in a relationship. Peace. Someone that feels like home and not prison. Something natural that doesn't feel premeditated or forced. Someone that is my vibe and I'm theirs. We want the same thing and are going in the same direction. He would have to be someone wise and submitted to God, because I wouldn't listen to him otherwise. He would have to be my best friend. Someone that knows my flaws and mistakes, but knows that I'm still worth it. I know what I want from what was missing in past short-term relationships and situationships. When you've been single for a while, people may begin to wonder and inquire about that. You may begin to wonder yourself and start dating people that God never told you to date. I've dated and entertained conversation outside of my peace, thinking that I was being paranoid, shallow if a guy wasn't my particular preference, or just straight evangelistic dating, thinking that I could change someone, and they also thinking that they could change me, and it was a disaster. And from that experience, I learned not to discredit my inner peace, and recognize that as how God speaks to us. I no longer need to know, why I don't have peace about a certain person or situation. Like, I'll give an example. Say that you date this guy that you don't really have peace with, and later on you find out that guy had a girlfriend the entire time that he was dating. You were dating him. And deep down, like right in here, like God was trying to warn you about what you didn't know, but you just had to know. I don't have to know why I don't have peace anymore. When you've been single for a while, good intentioned people will give you bad dating advice. Like, well, if you like him, why don't you just go and talk to him? I'll tell you why. How do you know that he's not already talking to the person that he wants to talk to? Lastly, men go after jobs, careers, cars, houses, their physique, money. They will train, study, and condition, hunt for anything that they want in life. Their pursuit of a woman isn't any different. In fact, I feel like they do. They pursue a lot of those things so that they can feel qualified to pursue a woman. To each his own. There's probably some happily married couples out there where the woman pursued the man. No, different strokes for different folks, whatever floats your boat. Um, I think women can still initiate conversation with the opposite sex. I personally, like, moving forward, like, I wouldn't ask anybody out, but that's not to say it's not for someone else. Follow peace when it comes to dating. Lastly, when you've been single for a while, people think they're qualified to hook you up with somebody. If you had to question whether you were under the influence when you dated whomever you dated, what would make you think that you're qualified to hook me up with somebody? If this one's on God for you, this one's on God for me too. Go on about your business, baby, and have you the most wonderful day. And if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's year. In the name of Tabitha Brown, don't be hooking nobody up. Just know. I needed to be by myself and to enjoy being by myself. I learned so much about myself in my 20s, and I'm still learning. When I first started dating when I was 18, I didn't know a whole lot about myself. I knew, some things, and having some standards in place helped me, but I didn't know nearly, what I know now. And when we don't know who we are, we can become susceptible to accepting less than we deserve and being devalued by people who also don't know their worth. Rejection is God's protection can sound so cliche when going through it, but with time and age, we begin to see the blessing in our closed doors just as much, if not more, than our open doors. I didn't really do much dating in my mid to late 20s. Maybe a few first dates here and there, but nothing major. I lost my brother when I was 25. He had just turned 30 a few months before that. It was nothing that any of us could have prepared for or anticipated, and it changed everything. I experienced depression in a way that I don't think I ever have before. Like, not not to that degree. Um, I was angry with God, and it wasn't like a loud anger, but it was silent. not wanting to get out of bed, just being tired. And over the years, I've been getting that conversation with God back. Um, I had tried going to church when Ryan passed, and I didn't hear God saying anything to me, so I was away from church for about a year until I found my current church home with All Nations Worship Assembly. I grew up Catholic. I was Baptist for a couple of years, and now I joined a non denominational church with a deliverance ministry. They prophesy, they lay hands, they speak in tongues. They're building churches across the country and abroad. They challenge my faith and my giving in ways that I never have before. And throughout the years, I've just been getting reacquainted with God's love, self-love, and learning how to better express my love towards others. Last month ago, I got these self-love cards. They're scriptures and affirmations that I got from Caroline Roberts' ministry. And you could actually print them out on her website for free, or you can order them for like $5. And they have no scripture and an affirmation. This one reads, "So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them." Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. Affirmation, I am made in the image of God. So during this time, I know it's, Valentine's Day and the month of love. Encourage everybody, as I, encourage myself to bask in God's presence and seek revelation on his love. Enjoy this weekend, enjoy your loved ones, and wishing you all a happy Valentine's Day. Connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Virtual Style Mania.